Okay. Give me a second. Alright, I think we are ready to start. Okay. Hello everyone. Well, I'm back from my travel, from my little vacation trip. Hey Triangle. Yes, here we are again. Yep, that's pretty much it. Sorry a bit for a delay. I discovered, and I feel like such a fool for discovering that late. That actually John Romero has a Twitch channel. He's actually streaming on Twitch, and he actually streamed the My House VAD, the recent sensation in modding Doom modding scene. So I got a bit mesmerized by his VOD. How was it? Okay? Yeah, it was alright. I visited Moscow for basically like a few days. Like last time I think I've been in that city like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, yeah, something around that. So that was pretty good, pretty exhaustive too, I'll say. I am, even so, like I got back in the night, like I arrived I think at 4 a.m. and slept like I think until 3 p.m. or something like this. I'm still feel a little bit dizzy, a little bit tired. So today will be probably a bit on a today's stream will be a bit short, maybe. We'll see. Is Romero the one whose company owns the King del Toro? I mean he has his own studio, I think, right? But I'm talking about a level designer, or that one of the Doom developers. I mean, that John Romero, one of the legendary level designers, or maybe like the most legendary level designer that ever existed. I remember how I was reading Robert Young's book. Oh my god, I forgot to turn off the Telegram again. I remember how I was reading Robert Young's book about level design, particularly the section about history of encounter design, I think. And he was covering Doom and how like level designers who worked on Doom, like John Romero, like Maggie, Tim Willits. There's another one that I forgot. Sandy Peterson, yeah. How these people were like basically legends, right? In a sense, the way they were treated. And it's just kind of like that never happened after that. Basically, that was like the most amount of fame a level designer could hope for, and this is it. And this is how kind of like in relation to this framework that the level design in Era of Doom was basically, it was kind of like living through its like a golden age, that the golden age of level design, it happened during Doom kind of time, and then it passed, and it will never get back to those times, which is a framing that I don't really like as a level designer, and I guess there's some merit to it to some extent. But anyway, yeah, check him out. I'll send you a link, actually. It is fast. He is like, from the moment of watching his VOD, like it feels, you can feel it, how much of a boomer Romero is. Like, he was playing with like a free look turned off in Doom, and people are like screaming in comments like like please turn on the free look, and then some people were complaining that he's using some he's not using some modern options for texture or something, and textures on his stream, they look terrible, they look just bad. Like you can feel it that he's an old dude basically. Feels like it is harder to become a celebrity game dev nowadays compared with... Well, the only way, as far as I'm concerned, to become a celebrity is basically be an indie dev, right? And hope that you will like explode, right? Basically become super popular as an indie developer, right? If you're thinking about like famous people in game dev, it's basically indie dev, right? For the most part, or some like old cavalry, whatever you call, like the veterans, like Kojima, for example, who's like I think he's like more than 30 years in the industry, right? Which is just, it sounds insane to me. Like, does he make levels? In fact, he does. He actually does. It's also super cool. You can tell, like, I think he's in his yeah. You can check his WODs where he's like, where he does some mapping actually. But that's great. That warms my heart. Yeah, it's just he's such a cool dude, man. One of the good boomers, you know. Why don't you make levels on your stream? Oh man, I've been thinking about like streaming my work on my personal project that I'm doing right now in my free time. Maybe I will do it. Maybe like in the future, I kind of want to do stuff like that, streams like that. I don't know. In many ways, I feel like it's just insecurity in many ways, because I am, as a level designer, I'm a very AAA level designer in the sense I'm specialist. And I'm not generalist at all, you know. And I'm kind of anxious about the way like I work on my personal project, that in many ways is probably very unoptimal, inefficient. And there is like a nightmare that comes to my mind again and again, that I'm streaming my work and some experienced, like, just a programmer comes in and just starts shitting at me. And I'm just like, oh man! And I can't even say anything against that, you know? That's just that kind of like anxiety that I'm talking about. But I think I'll be able to beat it, and I will stream it eventually. That's just special. I mean level design stuff. Yeah, like how level designers basically in the AAA industry, what they do, they just like, they're specializing in pretty much on this block out, right, work. You're doing block out of the level, you do some scripting for your level, you do iterations, sure, but it's very, at least for me, it's not very easy to just, when you start making a game, like even if it's a small game, you realize how much stuff, you know, you have to do actually. And like the level designers in big studios, they kind of have it easy in a way, you know, because in my studio, like at Saber, right, if I have some problems, if I don't know something, if I need something, I go to like our technical designers and just like, and I ask them, you know, I want to do this, and I want to do this. Can I do that? And there's a guy who literally helps me, literally treats me like a baby, and he's just like, oh yeah, this is how you do it. This is how or we can create a feature for you, you know, like we can create like this functionality, this tool for you. And it makes you soft, you know. In many ways, it makes you really soft and lazy. See, I am at AA company, and our designers are more general, so you see the other side. Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of like a spectrum, right? And the closer you get to the kind of like to the indie side, or like AA, right? Like smaller scale studios. Yeah, it's basically, it makes sense that the designers become a bit. The more generalist people are in their, you know, duties and responsibilities, how the other half live. Yeah, it is enlightening in many ways, you know, how much work you actually skip at studio when you try to do something on your own. But anyway, I was just, yeah, we're playing Boltgun. Let's continue. So last time I believe oh, actually no, I didn't think this is the last level of the second chapter. Man, this game is so big for my like streaming format. Anyway, we have reached a deep vault. We have located the Xeno storage vaults. Be careful not to damage the many specimens contained within. You need not take such precautions with heretics. All right. It is interesting how the mechanicus on Graia, like on this planet, they're very interested in like Xenos research, which is like borderline heretical, I think, right? It's like a very suspicious thing to do. How How far through are we? The game has 3 chapters, and each chapter has like 8 levels, I think. And we're on the level 7 on the second chapter, so we have still a road to go. Yeah, that's at least it. I think it will take 2 streams, you know, this one and maybe next one. Like if I dare to, you know, inject some hopium in my veins. Probably more realistic 3 streams, yeah. By the way, are you a game designer yourself? Or like what's or like more like programmer side, artist side at your studio? Let's just say for it. Oh, okay, come on. Don't be like that. That's some doomerism. In tech art? Oh yeah, that's it. Man, it's so interesting, like this like tech, you know, specialties that are kind of like tech artists or like tech game designers, you know, that just kind of existed as some sort of like a chain or like a connection, right, between at least how the tech designers are in our studio, for example, right? They're basically kind of like a loop. You work as a loop between 2 departments. You're a designer, but you're also like a tech guy. You're like, you know how to code, you know coding more or less well, and you kind of like help to bridge 2 departments that usually not really well like communicate with each other. Or at least it's like in like bigger studios. That's what works. I don't know how it's in your studio, since you're like, as you say, you're more a generalist side, specializing in more tools. Yeah. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah, find it's any work that doesn't fit in art or programming comes to tech art. Yeah. And then you also have to be a diplomat for art and code. Yeah, that's just like the part that like fascinates me in a sense. How like our like specialization sort of branching develops, in the sense that it's not enough to have just like this traditional department. You need people who connect these departments. It's a great time. Yeah, well, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Anyway, there is no sound. Oh no, there is no music for now. Oh boy, Boltgun. Yeah, I'm still in my mindset of like running away from Lambert, you know, from Amnesia. So that's a great. Oh, I spotted, or rather, a game spotted cultist somewhere, and it's lost. Okay. Location is Xeno specimen, storage vault, fragment proximity close, warp energy readings elevated. Got it. Boy, I'm so happy to see you. Man, I kind of want to name this guy, you know? How we were calling Lambert last stream. I don't know, how this guy looks to you. Is he a Lambert? He's kind of close to Lambert in a sense, you know? Maybe we need a second Lambert, I don't know. Still on the bunker. Yeah, pretty much. We needed that little touch fell on the. Oh man, that would be. Oh my! Imagine a bunker, Amnesia bunker, but it's set in Warhammer 40k. Oh boy, I kind of want that. I kind of actually want that. Fictional games acquiring Warhammer 40k license. Damn, that's. You can only dream. Lambert Jr. Well, you know, we can engage in some headcanon stuff and think that Lambert got captured and killed, and his skull somehow survived for like 40,000 years or something, and got turned into this server skull. But being monster be, I mean, the Tyranids kind of come very naturally, but you can just do anything, since you can do demons, Tyranids, you can do some like weird wildlife, Xeno things like ambles in this game, right? That look really funky. The possibilities are just endless. Well, kinda, not really, sort of. Now he's a torch. Yeah, but very ironic in a sense, you know. Okay, what's that? That's. God, I'm so sad to see this yellow paint again. I almost forgot that it exists. Alright, let's just kill some cultists. Oh, this guy is not very smart. Yeah, this is actually interesting. This is like, I think, the first time we see like an AI being just a bit of a dummy. I am being a dummy too right now. All right, and in some way it is. This guy's attracting our attention, so that's nice. And now I know that there is a second level to this. This is an area that I can reach. So I guess I'll accept that guidance. Hello, zombie. Hello, hello. By the way, I was watching the John Romero's VOD of him like playing My House VOD, and I noticed that you're like in the chat. Is this emoji, this duck? Yeah, like I noticed it immediately in the swarm of comments. And I was like, oh yeah, I know this person. I remember them. That was funny. I'm so glad that like the Twitch VODs, they have like a chat. Well, actually, YouTube VODs also have chat, right? Oh no, I don't think so. I don't think YouTube streams have a chat. Am I just hallucinating? But anyway, I like that. I like that feature that you can see what people were typing actually as you watch the VOD. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm being a little bit mindless right now in the way I navigate this area. I'm not even sure where I'm like supposed to go. Oh, this. Yeah. He finally hit me. Good for him. That's a really nice crane. Really juicy stuff. Warhammer has a better crane model. It has like literally a big giant skull that serves as a crane, you know. So it's a bit of a missed opportunity, but still I like it. Kind of looks like a reused barrel, you know, like a fuel barrel, a fuel container that we saw like in some of the previous levels. I don't know, looks pretty good still. Getting recognized as public. Yep. You know, just sending a specific emojis every time. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not emojis. Fuck, get confused every time. Sending a specific emotes every time is just. It is definitely one way to become a very like recognizable. What do you think of the My House? What this is, man? This is so fascinating. Like that in the year 2023. We have like a sensations, right? Like literal sensations. Like how many YouTube videos were made about this? What? It's just, it feels great, honestly, to see stuff like that happening. Like the modding scene of Doom, just getting attention, like a real attention. In 2023 is just, and honestly, it is. For a good reason, right? I watched like literally only one video about that VOD, like I don't remember which channel it was, but it was pretty comprehensive. Kind of like covered all these things, so like all the details, and it was like as a level designer, it was just, oh boy, that was such a great work. I mean, it is, I think, impressive. Just from the like perspective of a Doom modding, right? Like these transitions between like one version of the level to another, like all the time, again and again, right? And how smooth they are. It's just on its own, like just that thing is it's kind of hard to wrap, you know, the head around. And overall, it's just a very competent, very solid, like level design work in terms of guiding the player, in terms of like providing like switch and bait material, right, to them, the teasing, all those things. Like just, I think that level is like such a great example of a level designer understanding, like having a very good grasp of like the player sort of behavior, like a mindset, expectations, right? And playing around with that. It's just honestly, again, it's one of those cases. It's one of those like levels that you can just put in again in classes and for people to learn and study. That's just that's how great it is, I think. And what makes me a bit sad, how the author or like the people who worked on this one, they decided to. I mean, I understand, and there is some appeal to it, I guess. And this like mystery, the way they kind of like presented the VAD, right? Like that this is like a friend of a friend who died, and they like recreated this level, or like they created the house in that level, or like they took their wood, like their friend's wood, right, and like worked on that, and how there's like a journal of some sort that depicts like the mental state of a person. It's just, I mean, it is a cool story. It is, I guess, on its own. It's like, it's very fun to watch in the video format, for example, like study, like explore on your own as a player. But as a level design, I just want to know who these people are. You know, I want to follow them on Twitter. I want to know who these people who made this level, because I want to know the actual authors of this. You didn't know? Oh, you didn't know about this, like the whole like narrative, weird narrative, like mystery narrative about creation of the world. Yeah, I mean, it is cool, but it's also kind of sad that I hope at a certain point they actually just reveal themselves. I don't know. It's weird that you meet people from one channel also on Twitch. It's like seeing your old school tutors on public. It is. Yeah, it is. There's definitely like an interesting feeling of connection in some sense, you know? How like the small world kind of like experience, right? Yeah, it happens sometimes. It do be like that. Yeah, I honestly kind of wanted to stream my house WOD, but considering like how many people made videos about that level, I'm just like, yeah, I don't think I'll be able to provide any. Like John Romero literally streamed it, so yeah, I don't think I'll be able to add anything significant, like meaningful to the discourse. Hello. This guy is literally unaware of my existence. Man, every time when they spot you, the screams of shock, and how like they even leave their hands up in some sort of, I don't know, instinctive attempt to surrender. Yeah, this level starts pretty like. The beginning pacing wise is very chill. It's just cultists for you to pop for your fun. So is it like another hub area? Is it where I came from? Or is it where I came from? No, that's like the another way to go. Okay, and there is nothing on that side. Yeah, that's just only the beautiful skull. Oh man, I like the density of skulls, like per wall. God damn it. I love this. This is why I love for Warhammer 40k architecture. Okay, let's go this way, I guess. In some interesting way, it is good that this level is very chill. That I can remember how all the controls actually. It feels the skull core. pretty much, yeah. And it would be kind of funny if Games Workshop had like literal requirements for the developers of their games. You need to have a certain amount of skulls like present at the same time on the screen. I would be surprised if actually something like this happens. Oh man, that's a lot of verticality, kinda. Yeah, let's go down and follow the breadcrumbs. I really wish they would make more effort to actually give you some idea who is getting who's stored in these capsules. You know, what kind of creature it is. A bit of a you could definitely they could definitely try to, you know, create some, put some Easter eggs or something, or just provide some piece of little lore. You know, if you could like see in the shape or like in a silhouette of the creature, what kind of creature it is. Yeah, but we can't really see anything at all, so that's sad. Also, it is weird how like they put so much. Where did it come from? It's kind of weird how they put such a long trail of these micro baby medkits, considering that there are not so many actual threats in this area. Well, except maybe it is a bit of a foreshadowing that this part of the level will be repopulated with bigger threats. And I backtrack. But it's just, it never ends. Oh, not in the portal now? Medical I don't care about this. The portal thing is actually also kind of funny in the context of lore too, how just I think it's a bit risky to just jump into warp portal, right? It's not really a thing that you wanna do casually. Especially if you get teleported in some warp, literally in the warp dimension. So it is kind of funny how they're very casual about our space marine, our guy just jumping in every portal, and how many portals there are. Oh, that's a lot of armor. I'll take that. Man, this is just... Look at how nicely decorated this room. Just again, in terms of details, just beautiful cork sticking out. Man. And it's all just a dead end, actually. It's just for one armor pickup. Yeah, you know, I feel like environment artists for this game, they probably crunched the most. This is the speculation that I have. Considering how these levels, it's just they're huge, they're enormous, right? I still remember this that one level where you fight the Great Unclean One for the first time, and how sprawling and gigantic it was. In many ways, to its detriment, right? Yeah, let's see what here. Oh, the key. Okay, I'll take it. Oh, the capsules now. The liquid is orange now, or red. Orange, reddish. Oh, wait, what? They give you the key right in front of the gate? Huh? Why would you do that? Unless there are other red gates, I'm confused by this choice. Alright, let's open the gate. Oh, you fucker. Oh, these fuckers! These fuckers I love. The toads, not so much. Oh, you can see the corruption. The shitty Nurgle corruption. I kind of like how it's a very simple thing, but they just they highlight the presence of chaos by tinting the generators, or the liquid in the capsules, to a color of two different color. So that's nice. Very little thing, very easy to do, but still, holy shit, that's... Yeah, I'll try to stay there. And I just... Yep, I didn't want to drop. And I discovered a secret! Nice. I don't even know what I... Oh yes, I picked up the special ammo, the Kraken bolts. What they do again? The Kraken bolts... Rounds fire much faster. Oh yeah, okay. That's... Another portal. Yeah, I'm kind of curious how intentional this like little edge that you could jump on, right? They decided to put it here since we could basically make all the Nurglings in that narrow corridor, render them useless, right? And concentrate on the Plague Toad. Which I kind of did, but I messed up in the end. It is awkward to navigate, I'll tell you that. I guess a better way would be just literally just backtrack, backpedal a little bit. Kill all the Nurglings and then deal with a Plague Toad. Probably a better way to handle the encounter. Oh, I can hear again somehow. Okay, that's the toads. A little ambush, I'll take it. Also, I just lost my... Yeah, I need that armor actually. Oh yeah, the taunt. I forgot about the best mechanic in this game. Alright. That's... Oh, what is... Is it a shortcut? I don't remember this set of beautiful generators. So I'm not sure. Yeah, wait a second. I only now realize that this portal is not from the corruption, right? It's not like a chaos came in like all the cultists, the Black Legion, whatever, and messed up this place. This portal is set up by the Mechanicus. You can see like it's literally like it's a part of this room, right? It's literally built. It looks like by the Mechanicus. Man, okay, we are dealing some heretics. Yeah, that's not good. That's really not good. I'm pretty sure that you are not supposed to do that. And if this is the case, actually, more questions arise the more I think about it. If this is actually portal created by the Mechanicus, that's a really big deal. Right? And so you're probably not making this portal for just like some convenient navigation through the facility, like instead of skipping staircase, you know, from like level 1 to level 10, you decide, I'm gonna build a portal, right? Because this room is just, yeah, I don't know. Man, this is so weird. Because, again, if this is a portal built by these guys, you probably, like, this room is just, it looks like some storage, right? And you probably don't keep fucking warp portal in the storage like that. That's a bit of an object like this has a bit of a more significance, I think. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm kind of sad that I decided to, like, actually think about this portal, like actually what and didn't move on. But yeah, that's yeah, there are a lot of questions around that. I will be honest, from all the like experience we have at Saber of, you know, of communicating with a Games Workshop, I am surprised they let stuff like that slide for these people, for digital Auroch. Oh, Auroch digital? I always forget. think it's Oro digital. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of like this juxtaposition of bluish and orangish generators. Reminds me of this classy, what do you call it? A Hollywood lighting? This combination of like blue and orange. that's kind of funny reference. I don't know. Oh, the Volkite weapon. Yeah, actually I forgot that I have that. Probably shouldn't use it on cultists. Yeah, this level I would say definitely falls into this kind of category of everything looks so similar, it kind of just starts blending together and you lose your sort of understanding of where you are, you know, in this space. This is definitely where I am right now. I'm just like, yeah, I've seen that already. Okay, this is new. I kind of like this. These lamps have different coloring. Like, why would you build it like that? From the sort of like engineering kind of like fictional perspective, like why would you make two lamps and color them differently like that? Well, definitely helps to remember this place. I'll tell you. Wait, can I even go on the right? Oh no, it's just a collapse. Okay. Man, I don't think I've seen these containers to be like stored like that, in this kind of like a vertical position. Definitely gives you like a fresh sort of look, in some sense, on an asset that you saw like countless times before. So I kind of like it. Even so, again, if you think about this construction, I'm not really sure how it all works. How do you put these containers inside these like inside of the structures? Well, it looks fancy enough, so I'll take that. Yeah, that's block 2. Man, it's kind of interesting. I don't know. Can you call it a red herring in some sense? I can kill these guys. That the moment when you enter this area, it really looks like the game gives you like it shows you two different. It's basically a branch, right? That you can take the path on the left, you can take paths to the right. But in reality, like you even have arrows too, right? The different colors to help you like to distinguish between them, and numbers again. Like, oh, you have pass number 2, you have pass number 1, except. Well, I guess actually it's also pass number 2. That's actually a little bit confusing. But anyway, yeah, that's just literally, it means basically nothing. That's kind of funny. Okay, that's a bit of a different type of industrial tunnel than that guy! Ah, my favorite enemy! God, I love him so much! Ah. Please don't get stuck in geometry! No, he became chosen one! Oh, fuck. And I'm missing every... How am I... Okay, that's... Please, jump. Ow. Ow. Oh! Yeah, I wasn't anticipating it. Look at his back. He's such a cool backpack. You know, if you're talking about like a design of power armor, right, in Warhammer, backpacks, they're one of the best, I think, features of the power armor. you didn't even shoot at me, buddy. You're also having fun, right? You're enjoying this as much as I do. Look at this background. It's just like, especially with the Chaos, Space Marines. Like, they're like putting like literal skulls on these round thingies that are just balls in case of loyalist Space Marines. I don't know. It looks so good. I don't know. I love this. I love the backpacks, and I'm so happy that in Space Marine, like in first one and second one too, just you see backpack of your character all the time. It's just seeing the most important part, Alright, that was our favorite aspiring champion that turned out to be a chosen champion. I also love this, like the whole... Man, this enemy, even just like from the lore perspective, like he basically... When he falls, right, and becomes a chosen champion, he literally becomes like blessed by the chaos gods, right? In that moment, in that exact moment, he gets the blessing of these chaos entities, and it's just like, it's so. In some sense, it's kind of like anime-esque. I don't know. This like, it's not even in my final form kind of way, but even cooler than that, because the final form gets granted to him by these divine beings. It's just good stuff, mechanical wise, narrative wise. Just this is how you make enemies in your video games. I'll tell you that. No, okay, these enemies, fuck them. Oh god, oh man, their jumping makes them sometimes very unpredictable and like oh man, just don't get stuck. A bit can be definitely a bit disorienting in some especially like close combat. No, you man, I just take that. I'm not even sure if it's actually Volcolite is very effective against them. I guess it kind of keeps staggering them, so that's nice. Yeah, so maybe it's a good one to use. It is actually the stagger thing, like the constant stagger reminds me of how, it is like chain gun is pretty good against like Cacodemons, for example. How you can keep them in the stagger all the time. Yeah, another portal. Yeah, it is so weird how they actually... These portals are not for some kind of like warp experiments, right? These portals are literally made for navigation through the facility, alright? Like in this case, the tunnel that ends in the portal. I don't know, maybe I'm just like missing some piece of lore where Mechanicus actually use portals for this kind of stuff, but I don't think so. I think it's just literally some heretical shit. And it is kind of weird how the game, especially like, oh my god, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people in the narrow corridor. Well, there we go. So that was nice. That was kind of, I liked it. No, okay, yeah, that guy. Oh, the Vengeance Launcher! Oh, maybe I was just missing him, but it looks like some of the projectiles, like literally they didn't reach him when I was shooting from far away. But maybe I was just bad. Maybe it was just a skill issue, Okay, I have a different corridor. They're really, in the beginning it was a bit confusing. I'm gonna say it was a bit tiring in terms of navigating through the same corridors again and again. Now they're doing a better job. Now I can see some industrial corridor diversity at display. Now we see these nice reddish, roundish corridor with Mountain Dew capsules, sort of, you can say. So that's good. What not good is that this level kind of turns into a corridor marathon in some way, you know? I feel like for the last 5 minutes or 10 minutes even, I was just moving through corridors and corridors alone. So that is not that nice. Oh man, my favorite guy. Oh! Yeah, this time for some reason he decided to just stay in place and use his projectile attack. But you know what? I'll take it. It's the imp from Doom 1. Listen, he's much greater than this. Okay, he's much greater than imp. It's just this time he decided to be a dummy for some reason. Also, hello, oops, MP4. Nice nickname. Is it like a reference to some, cult like sound effect, like an oof, from oh my god, Roblox, which is actually was not from Roblox, but it was from some obscure game that I don't even remember the name. Hello. Yeah, this guy definitely didn't perform that well. It's just a dumb lemon when I was in middle school. I mean, it's still pretty good for a middle school, I would say. Oh, wait a second. Why it's so reddish suddenly? Oh yeah, that looks like an arena. Is it? Was I in that room? No, I wasn't. I don't remember these generators. Oh boy, that's another key to a gate that I didn't find. Okay. At least it's a very nice set rest key. I really dig this, like, I don't know what it is, how do you call it? This like cylindrical component. Looks pretty good. Alright, any enemies? Nope. Okay, there are a bunch of cultists. Oh, alright, so I was right. There are multiple red gates. Okay, that makes sense why they decided to introduce it at one key right in front of the gate. Something tells me that the moment I jump down, the hell... Where this Terminator came from? He just kind of... He didn't even teleport, I think. He was just literally somewhere standing below and decided to... He's not even aggro on me. What? Buddy. Yeah, now he is. Inquisition is why. It looks like you'll get zapped immediately if you pick up the... Yeah, that is what I was thinking about. Actually, yeah, you can kind of... It kind of looks like a zapping mechanism, you know? Like you would imagine that this, like some kind of, I don't know, energy or something would come out of these, right? Definitely gives an impression like that. Like those are Tostacos. Yeah. That's one of the associations for sure. So there he was just sitting. Yeah, it is. Yeah, man, this room is so confusing. Oh, wait. Where did he go? Oh, he's just... Okay, I need... Oh yeah, I have no ammo. I guess... Magic Launcher will go. Man, every time I see Terminator, it makes me feel so sad how they're just like, again, just the glorified cultists in this game. And you just don't feel threatened or scared or anything at all when you see them. Yeah, they just allow you to kill everyone kind of in your own pace. Oh, there is another gate. Okay, so this is a hub. I don't have a yellow key. Where are you? I can hear you, buddy. Oh boy, that's the guy. Yeah. And I don't have plasma weapon for him. Well, I have 6, now 12. Not sure if it's enough considering my accuracy. They should have melted gun so energy claws or something. Yeah, it is. Oh man, I feel like they would be a much greater like melee charger type of an enemy, I think. Just in their kind of like their scale, I think fits much better. Or maybe they could make a variant, like a range Terminator variant, a melee Terminator variant or something. But yeah, the ones that we have is definitely a bit underwhelming. Okay, let's aggro him in style. Yeah, that's and now let's run not much in style. Did he get stuck again? Oh. Let's just look at him. Oh, he has plasma pistol. I was always like, wait a second, he's hurting himself, right? Yes, he's actually. It's so funny. He's actually hits himself just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, look at that. Look at these animations. Look at this armor. Yeah, this is a cool armor, dude. Yeah, then. I mean, he has a range attack, so he's not completely helpless if a player decides to cheese and just like jump on like on millions of crates that are present in the area. But still, it's very easy to get for them kind of get stuck. Just look a bit of a dummy. I think that they shouldn't be like the Doom Hell Knight and more like bosses. I mean, yeah, that's kind of like the problem, that they are not really. They're not supposed to be a common enemy, right? They're supposed to be kind of at least an elite or maybe like a boss, right? And especially in comparison to like your normal Space Marine. Even so, we're not exactly a normal Space Marine. We are like a Sternguard veteran, like a Giga Space Marine, but still, yeah, that's. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't know. Yeah, you're going to kill yourself like that, buddy. Oh, I wonder, is he going to be... Will he become a chosen one? He probably will, right? Don't you need to go to give them so... Yes, that's... I like that a lot. I like this particular mechanic, that you need to... like kill them with like a plasma gun or like explosive something. Otherwise they would become chosen. Look at this. Look at this beautiful scene of Ultramarine reading. I don't know. I don't think it's Codex Astartes or whatever book it is. While the Black Legion guy just tries to shoot him and hurts himself in confusion. Ah, man. At least we have time to appreciate the animations. You know, the sprite. They look really nice. And this is some real emergent narrative emerging right here. There is respect. Bible. Yeah, this is not the Chaos Carved Sons of Horus. I mean Black. I feel so embarrassed right now. Black Legion. Are they? Who's their Primarch? Are they literally Horus guys, or are there someone else? I actually don't remember. Oh yeah, they used to be. Okay. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay. They went through a rebrand. Okay. No, I didn't. Fuck. God damn it! I got distracted just for a second. I mean, it's so funny when you think about it from the like lore perspective. Like the guy killed himself with his own plasma pistol, and the chaos goes like, "Yep, this is the one. This is the one that deserves our support." Yeah, this guy needs our blessing. Can I actually like? Oh. Oh no, he's coming for me. All right, I'll give you some justice. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, actually. Because I'm kind of low on health. Oh my god, there's another guy that I somehow missed. Oh, okay, this is that. Just for a second I thought he's going to get resurrected again. That would be kind of cool if there was like a very small chance for aspiring champions, or like chosen champions, to get resurrected once more. He's worthy, yes. Before there were the Sons of Horus, they were the Lunar Wolves. Oh wait, there were another wolves apart from the space ones, the space wolves. Yeah, okay, I didn't know that. I once disrespected the Case Marine so hard that he shot himself 300 times. Well, it wasn't completely free disrespect, since I am definitely a bit low in health. A secret discovered. God, the secrets in this game. Oh yes, I will take that juicy medkit. Oh boy, look at this. This is such a undercooked ramp. Actually no, this whole section is so undercooked. You can see there's just like literally one texture to feel them all. It doesn't even like, it's literally the same texture for the wall. And they don't even, they're not even pretending, you know? Like, yeah, it was just like, we didn't have much time. Yeah, we were a bit of in a rush. Yeah, that's... Oh boy, this is so... Man, this is so jarring. Like, seeing this in contrast to like some areas that are just like so beautiful, like so filled with details, right? And exquisite texture work and exquisite mesh work, not the brush work since it's Unreal game. Yeah, this is so weird. And I mean, it is an optional area, so at least they have their priorities, you know, in place. Yeah, I wonder if it's just like literally a victim of, you know, crunch or something. Missing deadline. They made this part in Roblox. Man, the stuff that the things that I heard that you can make in Roblox is just, it's fascinating. That you can literally be Roblox game dev in a sense. Like a kid, you can become a game dev through Roblox and also get exploited by the developers of the game. But I think of the colored fogs they use in the levels, all the red and purples and blue ones. For the most part, I think they complement like the whole kind of like a retro pixelized aesthetic pretty well. The ones that I remember like especially is they've used fog in some I think it was like the levels in the first chapter where they used basically fog to kind of like obscure their background, kind of buildings and facilities, so you could literally see only like sort of like a silhouettes, you know, of the areas outside. So that was, I think, a nice use of fog, basically. Kind of like a complementing, creating this very mysterious, in some sense, image. But yeah, that was kind of like the thing that stood out for me that I remember. Apart from that, yeah, they're not very shy with their colored fogs, so that's definitely another, I think, kind of like way that I kind of like how they use fog, the colored fog, is Very cheap thing, again, very simple, very cost efficient, but helps you to differentiate different areas, right? You can add a lot of contrast between one area to another that kind of looks the same, right? By just changing the color, like the tint of the fog from like blue to the red ones. And actually this level does that quite a lot, right? This one is very aggressive on the red, while the some tunnels, some corridors that I've been moving through, they were a bit on the blue side. So that's pretty good use, I would say. I feel like they never got around to doing the art pass on this part, like it's super. Yes, it definitely feels like a blockout that they just didn't have time to art pass enough, and that was like literally like the first iteration of the art pass, like the very bare minimum one. Yeah, I saw the video that's like child labor with the video game design and wage theft. Yeah. I think what it's called, I forgot the channel. I think we're talking about the same video. You think it can muddy the experience by making it harder to see the levels? It's very dark in this level, a little hard to see nice texture work. I mean, it depends. I would say in a room like this, it works okay. Like for the most part, I would say they are being quite like more or less moderate with that. You can still see and appreciate like most of the work. Yeah, I don't remember like a specific areas where I think they kind of overdid it. So it is kind of a pitfall for sure that you can kind of stumble into, especially considering how like again very densely detailed these environments are for the most part. But anyway, let's I guess progress finally. Yeah, you can see they're being a bit. They're not trying to hide it at all. You can see like literally the transition triggers, right, from the reddish fog to the bluish one. Actually, sometimes there are examples when I remember one example. Actually, where they use fog like that to obscure the part of the environment in a nice way. I remember them using the fog to obscure kind of like the part of the ceiling, so you don't even see the ceiling actually, right? You don't see where the room ends, and it creates a nice feeling of the bigger scale of the environment, right? The bigger scale of the space that you're moving through, right? How it's like, it almost feels like endless, right? That you don't see the ceiling at all. Oh no! How these guys aggro with me? What the fuck? Guys, come on. I missed the grenade. Hopefully, so you can... Hopefully the part of the area that they obscured with the fog in that particular case, it was very... minimalistic with in terms of its detail, so they didn't waste any kind of like artist's work on that. But yeah, anyway, let me handle. Oh, these guys can teleport. I think this is the first time actually Terminators teleport in this game. Okay, this is cool. This is like more accurate. And I'm kind of sad that I almost like finished the 2/3 of the game, and this is the first time I see them do that. It's cool. Okay. The texture is really nice. Yeah, like the environment art in this game is it's superb. Even in the areas. Oh man, they're coming for me. Where are these guys? Are they just getting like confused? And it's stuck in the environment. Like you can see, even like in the most bland and repetitive corridors sections, they do their best. Like the environment artists, they did the most they could do to make even like the most boring places like as gorgeous as possible, right? Yeah. Eat some grenade launcher. Why is the floor a grate? Yeah, I don't think there's anything beneath it actually, right? Yeah, it's just... It looks okay, I guess. I don't know, is there something weird about it? I guess at least nothing sticks out to me, I would say. Yeah, this guy finally found me. Actually, I never tried... Boltgun is pretty good against these guys. Yeah, let's just look at that. It is just some Terminator bullying that it's not supposed to be like that. I'm not even playing on easy, I'm playing on normal, right? I'm playing on normal? Yeah, I think I'm playing on normal. Okay, actually, I think I was in that area before, but I'm not sure. I remember this. Yeah, I think I saw that shotgun. So I'm back, but I'm not sure where exactly I'm back. Maybe they wanted to add more metallic floor. I mean, it is nice, kind of like a way to break, right? To add the details. Why? What is happening? Why are these guys like teleporting randomly on me? What? I'm really confused by these Terminators. Well, I guess that one of the issues with this grate texture, and I mean it is a problem with grates in video games, like in general, right? When you have such a long, uninterrupted grate, it doesn't look good in the distance, right? You have this flickering appearing in the distance. So that was kind of like one of the problems with this. I can see this. Yeah, you can see it here too. It looks a bit funky, a bit awkward. So, at the very least, they could try to break the grate. Yeah, so this is definitely not the most exquisite texture work. You know, 5 out of 10, I would say. Anyway, okay, let's see why am I back to this place? I remember that very silly pile of containers. This game really likes to put containers in really silly positions like that. I don't mind. Actually, can I climb up? Is there like a secret or something? Oh, yes. Yes, you know me so well. Whoever put this goodie up here. Alright, we got a BFG grenade. I really need not... Oh man, I want to just reload after doing that. Okay, I tried to switch from the BFG grenade to another grenade. So I wouldn't like fucking throw it immediately in the first encounter. So I was trying to switch it, but because I guess I have no other grenades, I have 0 grenades of any other kind. I got confused. I was pressing the G button, and because I wasn't switching on any other grenade, I thought like, wait, maybe I should press Q. Okay, which I guess this logic doesn't make sense much either. But so, yeah, I have no excuses. It's just, well, some peak gamer performance right here as usual. I think the maroon purplish color for the walls are really nice though. Yeah, it is. It's pretty in line also with Mechanicus, right? Aesthetics, how they're all about sort of kind of this red-esque aesthetic, the color palette. So that's a bit more subtle kind of depiction of that. It was just a BFG grenade. Yeah. That's okay. Oh man, I got back to this place, and this place is huge. Why did I? Oh man, where am I supposed to go now? This is okay. This is the big room from the beginning, and I didn't think I explored this area, right? Oh man, I forgot that I have heavy bolter at all. Okay, let's use. No, I was here. I killed these guys. Wait a second. You can see them actually trying to give you a bit of a. Oh, right. Okay. I wanted to say for a second how like this corridor. It looks like they like mark it with like number 1. Like this is the corridor. There's like the area that marked by number 1. But then you can see actually no. It's also number 2, number 3. What? That's just that. It doesn't have a toll. It's like I assume this is supposed to be like some navigation help. Yeah, but that doesn't help at all. I was here. And I think yeah, this is literally the beginning. And this is where I jumped to. I remember exploring that section. I don't remember exploring this section. We need keys 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now you can see there, like, the number 1 goes this way. Oh, the colors respond to the keys. Yeah, you're right. You're the red one. I have the red one and blue one. It is, yeah, it is kind of a bit confusing how like the same, right? Like, the same road leads to like to several and like paths, like figures. That's a bit confusing. But now these guys are just so blissfully unaware of my existence. Let's take a sneak peek. It's so funny that you can aggro your enemies by taunting them. It's like zero. It basically has zero utility, right? Oh man, my plasma is not the best way to handle it. Also, I think one of them threw a grenade. No? Someone definitely threw a grenade, but I'm not sure. Okay. Alright, let's take the number 1 pass. Since I have the red key, at least I know that I won't... No, I was here, right? Yes, I remember going this... Actually... Okay, that's... I guess I explored that area. I have a magenta key, so I guess I can go this way now? Yeah, okay. I wasn't here before. I'll take that. Appreciate the purple color. Yeah, that's a lot of bisexual lighting in one room, I would say. My aim is, for some reason, is a bit sloppy. Okay. Yeah, you can see this ramp is much better, right? This whole place. At least it's also like it's very simple, right? It also feels a bit rushed that they didn't do much of art pass on this, but at least there is some decoration, right? There's some way to break this like monotonous texture. Even so, in this case, they also have like the ramp has the same texture as the wall. Someone's approaching me. Bisexual Marines, yeah. Why isn't it stairs so? I mean, it's just, it looks to me that they basically, it was a blockout, right? And during blockout, you try to do everything as, you know, ugly and as quickly as possible, right? Usually ugly kind of like works well for the speed. And so you can imagine a level designer just putting like this box, this rectangle, putting it in this angle to serve it as a ramp. And this is enough, right? For the blockout, for the first iterations. It works well, more than enough. This guy. Oh my, he blocked my sword. That's interesting. So that works for the blockout stage. But then, of course, as you move through iterations, you eventually lock the blockout and give it to the art team for, you know, to do the art pass. And usually this is where the art team looks at this and be like, yeah, this kind of looks bad. We need to put some actual stairs here. And in this case, I assume they didn't have time. They just, again, looks like the previous ramp. It just looks like they really put a lot of work and resources and polish into, you know, your critical paths, into the areas that players have to go through, right, that they can't skip. While the optional segments, like the optional rooms, they were just kind of left into this. They didn't pay much attention to this, it looks like. Yeah. In this case, it definitely just slapped a bunch of textures and that's it. Even so, actually, that's kind of curious. You can see that there's a trim on this ramp. It's not just a second texture, it's actual brush or like a mesh sticking out. And it works, it looks much better, right? There's like one small detail and it looks much better compared to the ramp that we saw earlier that was literally just a rectangle with one texture slapped onto it. There's no stairs in this game, they put step textures around. Yeah, it's also true. It's also true that actually there are not, I don't actually, have I seen any stairs in this one? But you can see, that looks much better, right? There is a suggestion, it doesn't stick out that much, it looks like a proper ramp / stairs kind of like geometry, right? There are no questions when you look at it, right? It looks good, there's a nice amount of details. Actually, you can also see how it's like in the distance, it kind of flickers awkwardly. But still, for the most part, solid work. Doesn't stick out at all. It is kind of a good question, actually. Since they handle the stairs in just kind of the stairs, quote unquote, through the texture work mostly, why couldn't you just put the same texture here? Well, in this scale, the same. If you use the same scale, it would look bad, kind of awkward, stretched out. But I think you could do much better work than that. Yeah, that's kind of actually kind of interesting. How they decided to just like leave some ramps very undercooked. Maybe it was too hard to make staircase geometry. Yeah, well, considering that they really decided kind of like to move away from using stairs as much as they could. I'm not sure. Smooth slopes work better with bloody calls too. Well, yeah, that's like in general for a game like this, for a game with that focuses on maneuverability, yes, and movement. stairs are really awkward, right? Since you can't just put a stair, just a raw stair mesh, right? You need to put another work onto it. You need to do the collision pass to make sure that the player character don't get like awkward stumbling, as they move onto it, and that the AI don't get stuck and moves through it smoothly. So it's like just from the pure sort of work kind of like perspective, the amount of resources that you need to put into stairs, it's more beneficial, easy to put just ramps like that, and those just use some texture work to cover it up. Or maybe they couldn't figure out how to make a staircase without making camera shake of that. Yeah, this is one of the challenges that stairs bring with them, So that's, I assume maybe their reasoning was like why they decided not to use stairs. Actually, I definitely need to pay more attention if they actually use any stairs at all. I don't remember if I encountered any stairs in previous levels, because I kind of like wasn't really paying attention. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't have stairs in this game. Okay, you know what? Did I said that looks like an optional area? This is not an optional area. This is literally a critical pass. You have to go through it. So yeah, you can definitely see how the sparsity of details that they put is not very well balanced. Like, just look at this wall. Like, look at this wall. Look at all the mesh work, like the depths, right? That like the different trims provide, the different textures, this texture, the literal skull, and like the textures on the bottom, on the top. And look at this part, this wall, right? It's definitely, there is a sense of unbalance here. That kind of makes me, I wonder if this level, it's like one of the levels that they did. Was it just like a rushed art pass? And that they didn't have much time? It feels kind of strange to you, no? It's kind of like the texture feels a bit awkward, like the way it's placed on this particular part. Yeah, man, it's kind of just the longer I look at it, you can actually, oh man, you can even see the little hole. Oh boy, that's like the longer you look at it, the worse it becomes. Always a skull. Yes, I approve of that. You know what? They could just slap a bunch of skulls up here and it would work. I'm kind of sad that oh, is that like this is another case, right? Like, just look at this wall, look at this wall. Like a Giga Chad and Soy Jack meme. The ceiling too, man, it's just one texture. Yeah, this is interesting. This level, I feel like in other levels, especially like in the levels in the first chapter, they didn't have such like the balance of details was very well done. And now we're getting in some kind of more rough environments. Can I jump up here? It really looks like I can like vault on the ledge. Yep, I can. And that's. I don't know if it's intentional, but I'll take that. Oh, that's a secret area, and the secret is just an ammo. Skulls for the skull of oh my, man, that's it is kind of funny, how, right? So this is like the skulls for the skull throne is like literally the kind of like a motor of chaos, like the Hornet list, right? But at the same time, Imperium is also all about skulls, right? It's is the purple was supposed to be stained wood? I don't think that's supposed to be wood, actually. I think it's just like iron, like more like a rusty iron, right? That would be very surprising. Yeah, I think it's just... I mean, it looks a bit weird. It kind of, there's some ambiguity, like there's like some material ambiguity to it. Like when you look at this, is it iron? I'm not sure, maybe? Probably, would make sense. Oh man, look at that. You can, yeah, that's, you can see how, like the continuity. Oh boy, that's... Oh, this is so weird, like this angle. Oh wow, this is even worse. I mean, there is actually some continuity, but it's just... Oh, oof, yeah, that's... Oh, this is rough. Oh, yeah, that's... Man, this feels so rushed. I mean, it's one of a hell, you know, to just try to match all the textures like that. So I can definitely relate and understand why it happened, but yeah, that just feels like a rush development. Like they literally had no time to art past this. Well, and it's so sad because it's so in your nose, right? It sticks out so much. You kind of like, maybe you just, I mean, you need to put a lighting up here because of the generator, but maybe you could just delete. You can literally see some fake lights, right? Like at least here and here. So maybe in places like this, you could try to be as like invisible as possible, right? To not to attract players' attention as much as you could, and just like actually make it dark, like this particular segment. Yeah, I think when you put a light, like a point light here and here, you're shooting in your leg by doing that. Is it not just purple light? I mean, oh man, I don't know. I actually, yeah, I think you might be right. I think it's the purple lighting, like skews the perception a little bit. Rusty purple iron. Yeah, now that you said that, it does kind of sound weird. Also, it's not really turning your hands purple. Well, but that would be kind of surprising if the lighting actually would just... Well, it actually it does affect... Oh man, that's surprising that the lighting actually affects your model. You can see it as I approach this particular lantern. It looks less like they did lighting effects and like the color textures were. I feel like it's just both. It's just like the textures are definitely tinted, even like outside of the lights. They look a bit tinted, right? Kind of purplish, reddish, purplish, whatever. Like what's like the middle between those, and the lighting just exaggerates and like makes it worse in some sense. Anyway, now we're entering the yellow zone. Yellow zone, yes, number 3. Oh man, I arrived from my vacation trip this night, and I was like moving through the airport, you know, all the like navigation help, like all the like the gate numbers, signposting stuff. That just gives me a flashback. Like here, your boarding gate is number 3. Please go this way. Please move the controls. Oh, I see the guy. I see the emblem. Man, I really like that they brought like some weird, obscure Xeno like life form that you don't really see that often in Warhammer 40k like media, right? These amble creatures. But the problem is they just kind of like their silhouette kind of like just blends with the Terminators, right? Even their claws and the like shape of their head is just, when I look at this, It looks like a Terminator Chaos spawn, you know, like a mutated Terminator, basically. It's just such a shame. Chaos Marine Airport. Yeah, that looks kind of fun. Yeah, it is kind of interesting, right? How like how they use such an exaggerated color, colored lighting, right, to help like to distinguish between areas. Like the extreme purple that moves into extreme yellow. It looks silly, right? From like sort of the functional perspective, right? Creating a facility like this, creating a lighting for your like factory or laboratory like that. It's just why would you do that like that? But it helps. It helps to navigate. It helps to like distinguish two extremely similarly looking areas, right? It's just it doesn't work at least. All right, I'm ready to. And I'm so confused how the game treats arenas. Arenas, right? There are like so many areas that you look at and you think, oh yeah, that's the arena. There will be a tough combat here, and nothing happens actually. And that just like happened a few times in a row. So I'm not even sure if it's arena or it's just like one big fancy room. Oh, there are actually two of them. It's kind of funny how like the second guy just quickly came out from the generator. Is there another one on the right? Yeah, there's another one. Oh, that was not good. Yeah, that generator. Oh. See how this like the collision for this guy, this beautiful generator doesn't actually match. Yeah, that looks like it. Or maybe is it actually... No, you can see that it literally gets stuck in the air. Well, unfortunate. That's okay. I wish there was a Chaos Dreadnought boss. Oh man! Yeah, the Chaos Dreadnought or like a Hellbrute. That would be such a great charger, right? Type of an enemy. Yeah, that would be great. Well, instead of that, we have like a bigger versions of ambuls that are red colored instead of like blue colored. They need to turn the saturation down a little, I think. Yeah, this game is definitely. They're maybe even overdoing it a little bit, right? The lighting. Especially when it comes to like this abundance of glowing objects, right? Like these generators, these lamps. Like look at this stuff. It's like I'm in some sort of club, you know, like or something like this, like one of those fancy underground club or something. It definitely, I can imagine. I easily can imagine like eye-sensitive people definitely. Feel a bit uncomfortable just looking at this stuff. I wonder if there's something that I can, like inaccessibility options. Yeah, I don't know, maybe in the video I can display. But that's definitely a bit too much. Yeah, this is, again, is it an arena? Oh, you can see this is like the tunnel where they came from. Okay, another upgrade, the power-up, that is so well hidden that like the chances of you using it in combat are just like almost non-existent. Okay, this is the yellow gate. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, yeah, okay. I guess that's it for now. Party parrot? What is party parrot? Is it like a term for something? The Xenos drop health? Is the Marine eating them? Yeah, I think it's just like every enemy. Like the normal-ish enemies drop health and demons drop contempt. Yeah. But the implications Well, I mean, they're dropping like the little medkits, I think, like the little medkit thingies. They're not exactly eating them. What is wrong with me? Why am I keep throwing grenades for no reason? But it is kind of now you remind me that in the lore, right, the actual Space Marines, they literally can eat like the enemy's brains, and they can access like the enemy's memories. It's such a weird, obscure thing about like the ability of Space Marines that I don't think ever being like depicted in any media at all. Yeah, it's so funny that this is like actual the thing. Um, that's like a 7 TV emote. Oh, wait. That's am I actually that happens to me not the first time when some emotes for some reason they are displayed in text. Like I don't know why. Am I like some sort of pleb that doesn't deserve to see an actual emote? Is it a Blood Angels or is that actually implant they have? No, I think that's actually implant. Like all Space Marines have that they can like digest brains and access memories. Which is, it's kind of funny that Tyranids, like the Lictor in the Tyranid faction, has like the same thing, the same ability that Lictors use a lot. That you can like in books at least I remember reading about that stuff. 70 installed is third-party browser extension that a lot of people use on Twitch. Oh, so this is what it is. Okay, now it makes sense why I see it in an emote. Let me a second just to. Yeah, I didn't know about that actually. Yeah, I will check it out later. Give you loads of emotes. Okay, another portal. Oh, we got the yellow key. It's kind of funny how. Yeah, I can just go back. Really? Wow, that's kind of surprising. That just let me grab the key and go back. That's you know what? I'll take that. Oh, now we have the big guy showing us his fancy. Is it ass? Am I looking at his reshaped ass? Also, are you really? Can I just shoot this guy? Yeah, well, my weapons are not very effective. Well, it's interesting how, like, why would you do that? You can see how they made the entrance right on the other side of the room as a ramp, so you couldn't just literally stand in one place and shoot enemies completely like in safe position, right? Look at you, little buddy. Oh, you're even trying to hit me. Oh, look at him. He's moving like claws. Oh, that's cute. I like it. You're very cute, buddy. Like, they literally made right the entrance is in the correct way, so the player couldn't just like shoot at these the small ambles right from far away without any risk. But they decided to make why would you make it into like a drop so you could shoot this guy without any risk in this particular case? Yeah, I am so confused. Like, I mean, I can kind of see maybe they couldn't connect this room with that corridor by a ramp. I mean, no, you can't do this. It's going to be a long ramp, but you still can do this. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening here. Pacifism killed his children. I mean, fair enough, but it is kind of funny how like, this guy like stands like in the opposite direction. Oh, I don't want to do this. Oh! Oh, I forgot you can do this. Okay, let's actually fight him. Okay, where's my beautiful melt-a-bomb? Not melt-a-bomb. Okay, I was confused why he got like stuck for a second. Yeah, even if you fight him in the arena, it's quite easy to just kind of kite them around pillars or generators. There are plenty of ways to cheese them, which is unfortunate. Also, you can kind of, I don't know if that was the case, but you can, I feel like these crates, these little boxes, kind of fuck them up. You know, when the amble chases you, they kind of have to like avoid these crates. So I feel like this geometry also messes with their like navigation and prevents them like being very effective at chasing you. Yeah, that's just. Yeah, is it all? This is just like the whole encounter. Like in the beginning, you fight small ambles, and when you get back, you fight big amble, and that's it. Yeah, that feels a bit of a waste of such a like beautiful room. You can see their feet and they trip on the crates. Yeah, that pool. Oh my god! I forgot about this. Oh god, that's just like they really like putting this very useful in combat items in such places that you can't. It's very hard for you to spot them in the combat. It's just, I mean, I guess it adds some value to the replayability, right? When you move through the same level that you played already, and you can remember that actually there is a power-up in this place that can make the encounter easier. So maybe this is their intention, since they're being very consistent in their like placement of the power-ups. So I wonder if this is the case. It's like the idea to just add something to the replayability. But I'll tell you that it's definitely very annoying. Like it's very annoying experience when you play for the first time, and every time you just post combat you find out about this item, and you're just like, man, it just feels bad. All right, we got the yellow key. Okay, more corridors that kind of look like all other corridors. I'll be honest, I'm getting a little bit tired of that. And the combat music suddenly started playing for some reason. Oh, my favorite Nurglings. My favorite little guys. It's... Oh, that's something new. I don't remember stuff like that. I kind of like how like the Nurglings, they have an animations that they can trigger sometimes that like they literally show you their ass. That's it. Like in the mid of a fight. Okay, now that's different. Like the moment I started complaining about corridors, they decided to throw something new. That's good. Good pacing. Okay, that's an interesting configuration. Is it? Wait, is it it? You just... Man, it's so confusing to me how like this level has such a big sparse areas that just that feature like almost zero like meaningful combat. Like in this case, it's just a bunch of there's threw a bunch of cultists and Nurglings in my lane, but that's it. Just like look at that. You can go this way, you can go that way. And my favorite container that you can move through. Very satisfying. Enjoy it every time. Here are some. Oh, yes. Yeah, it's all just ramps. It looks like, right? Yeah, just slopes and slopes. Also, I'll say that I don't really like grades as a slopes. You know, the way they did it. It's just kind of. It looks a bit raw. So where are the real steps? Is it a real step? No, I don't think that's still a texture. Wait a sec, where? Did I miss the real steps? Where? Those are just like very well masked slopes. Yeah, I don't... This is the end of the level? Really? Oh my god, this is so confusing. Man, I am so confused by this level. For a second it looked so good I was Yes, I also was fooled. Not by these grades, by these ones. This is a beautiful work. This is like another like you know how they call like the game design like level design extension, I guess, as in many ways like a trickery, right? Like the work of trickery that you just your job is to trick the player into like experiences it's certain thing, right? And this is this is a good example of level design or like environment art trickery of like thinking you're like that looks like a stairs, right? The proper stairs, except yeah, it's not it's just a slope. What was the point of yellow key? Yeah, it's just like the yellow key opened the exit. This is how the exit looks like to the level. Very fancy gate. Very beautiful. I like it. Yeah, man, this level, I don't want to... I'll be honest, this level looks like just a very amateurish level design. It's big, repetitive corridors. It's big open rooms where just almost nothing happens. Like every encounter that we had, we didn't have a single proper arena, right? All the encounters were just put like in very weird sloppy fashion of just you which I mean sometimes it's okay to have encounters where you can just like kill a bunch of enemies on your own pace. It's all right, but this is all that this level had. Like this room in particular, just like look how much work was put into this room. Look at all this space that is available to you, all this verticality, all the details, this beautiful fancy props that were modeled by someone, that someone put like hours of their work into it. And the only means that you have a bunch of cultists and Nurglings. Like why? It's just you know what how it feels like? It feels like they made the levels, they made the space without thinking that much about the encounter design. They just made the areas that just kind of felt nice, you know, like in terms of scale, to move through in a blockout stage without any scripting done. And then they just decided to, I don't know, maybe again in the rush because of like the rushing, they just let the art team start to do the art pass before they like being able to actually do some encounter scripting here. And so the art pass was done, and then they finally could start putting enemies in this room, and then they just couldn't figure it out, right? And they couldn't really tweak the layout because it was already art passed. That was like everything was more or less locked by the artist, right? You can't really move things, change things radically when this amount of work is done. And they were just like, and they were decided like, yeah, it doesn't work out. Let's just put a bunch of easy enemies and that's it. I don't know. I don't know. This is very confusing. It's just okay. Let's get back to that room that I skipped. Like, and you can see like the corridors again. It's just like there are so many corridors that look the same, feel the same. It's just you can like the experienced level designer wouldn't do that. But I feel like just yeah, I don't know. It feels very amateurish. It's just something that I would do, you know, for my first map or something. What do you rate it out of 5? I mean, yeah, that's. If you say like the 5 is just the perfection, like the master of level design, masterclass of level design, a masterpiece, and 4 is just like very solid. I don't know, like the maybe 2 or 3. It does feel like they hired like a junior level designer, you know, and it's just it feels like a work of a junior level designer, like a very unexperienced level designer and very experienced artists, you know. And the artists, the art team, they kind of had to like cover up for all this This room looks like it was designed by one person and a different person put the monsters in. The first person had all this. Actually, you kind of... Well, maybe that was the case. Yeah, that's one possibility, because that actually reminds me. That reminds me of interview that Steve Lee, the designer, the level designer on Dishonored 2 and Bioshock Infinite, he did the interview with the guys who worked on the level designers on Call of Duty Modern Warfare, like the original one. And so I was very surprised, but basically in the Modern Warfare, the way they did it, their level design, one guy did blockouts of the areas, right? And the second guy would come in and would do all the encounter design, all the scripting, which is, it sounds really weird to me, like why would you do it this way? But this is how they did it. And I am actually, now I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking that maybe, yes, maybe the one level designer, I'm not sure about the more experienced one, but maybe one level designer blocked out all the big spaces, and the junior level designer was like later tasked with like filling all the spaces with encounters. Maybe this is what happened. But again, the problem is not just with encounters. The problem is layout. Like on a fundamental level, it's just that it's filled with, again, with repetitive and bland corridors. It's filled, I mean, the big spaces, I guess, like the underwhelming big spaces, kind of encounters in big rooms, I guess maybe can be explained by like the junior like level designer coming in later, like a different level designer coming in later. But the layout itself is just, I don't know, it's. I'm not sure. It's definitely very mysterious level in terms of like figuring out what happened here. Wow, look at that! Look at that guy! Ah, look at this! Look at every detail of the sprite. This guy looks good. I'll tell you that. I'm kind of grateful for moments like this, when the AI is just being a bit silly and not aggroing on you when you're just literally standing in front of them. Because you can actually appreciate all the artwork. You can appreciate every detail. And there is a lot of detail. Look at this. Look at this, like the skin, right? All this like, oh my god, like how do you call them? Like this disgusting like acne and like all this like sick, you know, little details, right, on the skin of this guy. It's just, you can see the tongue covered in this like acid, like a stomach acid or whatever it is. Beautiful work. Yes, look at that. That literally is a toad. Oh yeah, man, I hope someone made these guys into emotes on Twitch. He's so ugly. What a beautiful design. Exactly. Anyway, buddy. No, I didn't want to do that. Oh. Oh, he looks so sad. Oh, they really are trying to jump. Okay. Yeah, I think the toads, the plague toads, are a good example of AI that handles like the complexities of layout more or less well, more or less, right? Since compared to like the aspiring champion, because of their ability to jump and being able like get to the elevations and reach you. Yeah, it's so weird how in another way why the level design feels a bit amateurish here is the way scripting is done, right? How there is no, it feels like almost no scripting is done in terms of like aggroing enemies, right? In the room, you can literally just that guy. There's like I think there's another toad somewhere, completely unaware of the fact that I just butchered his relatives, right? Because it's like in almost every encounter I could just kill and eliminate enemies like one by one. And there was this also like weird aggroing of Terminators, right? It was just like coming out of nowhere on me with their teleports. So it's like it's almost the whole like the setup, the enemy setup, right? When they're supposed to aggro, when they're not supposed to aggro. It also feels a bit just sloppy in a sense. Where are you? Where are you hiding from me? Huh? Oh man, the chaos. Oh, look at that. This is very, very well done graffiti. That cultist was an artist, you know, and I'm kind of sad for killing him. Also, how do you... Wait. Okay, that's kind of weird. Like, I think the idea that they painted the graffiti on top of the screen. But why graffiti disappears when I turn off the screen? It's like graffiti is actually part of the screen. It's like image in the... I am so confused. Huh? Wait, is it... Wait. I'm... Okay, there are so many questions about this. He was just being a frog and you kill him. Well, he's a annoying fucking frog, okay? His projectiles suck. His projectile patterns suck. I hate it. I feel like his tongue attack should pull you in like a toad. I was thinking about it. I was really thinking about that. That this is like supposed to be like that's supposed to happen. And I mean, you don't think that would be really annoying after a while? Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, they even brought their projectors. Oh my, what? They even brought their projectors to display their graffitis on the wall. Look at this. Look at this cultist like carrying this giant fucking projector just to put it on the wall and be like, ah, look at that symbol. Man, we are defiling this facility so hard. Oh man, these guys are on some next level of you know, chaos corruption stuff. Okay, yeah. The thing about the annoyance, I don't know. It's hard to say. I feel like it's one of those things that you have to play test it. You know, it's like one of those things you can speculate a lot, but ultimately it comes down to play testing. And maybe they did. Maybe they actually play tested the iteration where the tongue actually like pulls you, and it didn't work out. Maybe. it can be the case for sure. Yeah, the symbol looks like it was commissioned. It was commissioned by the like Black Legion guys to some artist, you know, on Twitter. Something. Yeah. Can you draw a cool cast symbol, you know, for us? You know, we have all the guys in our team. They kind of suck at it. Can you put something cool and stylish? Yeah. But definitely, this is definitely the way it happened. Also, the entrance to this is. I mean, I guess it's decorated on this side. But on this side, you can see it's carved out, you know, a bit awkwardly. Like this feels like a raw block out, you know. And this feels like a block out that was actually art passed. You can just see, literally, you can like make a very good comparison by just looking at this corridor from one side and another. That's funny. Oh, I like this. I like these glowing parts on the pipes, and you can actually see that the pipes are modeled out. They're not part of the texture, so that's a good mix of mesh and the texture work. And you also can see that the mesh itself, like the wall, has like a nice. It's not flat, right? There's some depth to it. So that's really nice work. Yeah, this is so funny. Like you have this giant area. Well, maybe not a giant, but you have this area that you just can skip. Really? That's kind of surprising. Man, again, it's so I talked about that before, but it's so confusing how heavy bolter and idle animation makes heavy bolter just literally like almost invisible. You don't see it at all. Just look at this. All other weapons, none of them have animation like that. All of them are very well visible. You can, and only heavy bolter has this. Yeah, that's just weird inconsistency. We'll pay you with exposure to the gift of Oh man, that's kind of a funny thing to say. Like how artists, you know, are collaborating. I mean, that's probably happens, right? You can probably, in some books, I imagine there are like the actual stories like that about some artists engaging in creating like some chaos artwork for receiving a blessing or something. What are those pipes are for? Maybe have a bolter to it. Listen, don't you insult my brother Malum Kaido like that. He's definitely capable of holding a heavy bolter in a proper way. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's just some, you know, some pipes that lead somewhere, and oh man, it's so cool how you can even see the skeleton. Like it looks like a ribs cage and a bunch of skulls. This is the coolest. I really like the whole servitor thing in Imperium, and how like there are so many cases of like this poor lobotomized people, right, being literally like integrated into like architecture, like into walls or stuff like that. It's just, oh, it's here. You have to like two people go like literally like almost like entombed in a sense, right, in the wall. That's some really cool stuff about the Imperium architecture that I like. This extreme dehumanizing sort of relationship with its people. Man, it's just this area keeps going and going on. No! No! I missed every shot. Oh man. No! He became chosen. Fuck. Man, it is so hard to resist the urge. Where the fuck did you come from? It's very hard to resist the urge of just like jumping on the crate, you know, just shooting him from a safety. But you know what? I will fight as an honorable Sternguard veteran or something. Exactly. Chaos artwork is what happened to the Emperor's children, right? Oh yeah, they're the guys that have literal like guitars, right? As weapons, like the blast, like the sonic attacks. Those, right? Those are the. I'm thinking about the right ones, right? They would make art with blood and excrement and living field in painful. Yeah. That's. I mean, yeah, there are definitely. I guess there are some chaos legions that lean into that kind of direction. It can be good for efficiency. Yeah, that's definitely. I don't know. It feels like it's so easy to just cheese this guy. Kind of, it feels bad, you know. I feel sad for the AI because it's kind of like again the thing that the level designer is supposed to do is just to make sure that the AI shines, right? In your level, you as a level designer you should make the layout as accommodating for the AI as possible to make sure that the AI just shows its best, basically. At least in most of the cases. Sometimes maybe you want to put AI in a disadvantageous position, but yeah, I don't know the way they treat. Like, if you would remove every crate in this corridor, well, I guess you could still run away. You could still like retreat to this area, but and hop in on some crate and still do the cheesing. So I don't know, maybe just don't put this guy in environments like this. Maybe use ambush. Oh, I forgot that you can actually give corpses when you jump on them. Man, what is going on? There's like this giant. Now it's giant, like optional area. What? Now we have like an arena. And I forgot that this game has... No, there's another one. Oh no, it was the same. He died. It was like a death animation. I was in that room, right? I remember this room. This is where we discussed the colored fog, right? Yeah, I was in that place. What? Why would you lead me back here? And they even spawned this enemy that we haven't seen in ages. But I don't have to do any of that, right? I can just go back here. Yeah, okay, for a second I saw that if you jump down, you can't get back. So that would kind of explain it, like the reason why you have to make this long backtracking. Or like a detour rather, not backtrack. But no, you can jump back if you fall. Oh man, yeah, this level got even more confusing now. Where is it? I forgot where is... Wait. Oh yeah, this is the way. Okay, don't get lost. Don't get lost. Yup, this is the room. Oh. Got a little scared for a second. Yeah, this is so weird. Like, they made the whole just big area. They even added like this rare enemy, like the drone, the Nurgle drone thingy. But you can just skip all of that. And there is no much point to that, like getting back to the red room, right? Why would you bring me there? That's... God, this is so confusing. I don't understand what's happening here. It's just It's just level design madness, you know. I don't even think you can explain it with like this like whole like amateurish like junior level designer working on that. Sonic guns, yeah. Okay, I'm thinking about the right ones. Efficiency for machines clocked up with the skeletons low. Yeah, that's how it works. That's the level. Yeah, that was really weird. I am not sure what to think about that one. Heresy lurks, a secret archive or archive deep within the vault. This is where the fragment resides. You must reach it before the heretics and their demonic allies. I hope we are not too late. Job at the edge of church. Okay, got it. Yeah, I am honestly at this point. It's kind of, I don't know. There's some kind of deterioration of quality of levels. You know, the further we progress, like the previous level, like the one that I finished before, I also was really weird one too. I remember how they like have to put one gigantic area after a boss fight for whatever reason, and that gigantic area also had no enemies, or like zero enemies at all. Oh. Okay, at least now we are moving away from the giant corridors into more claustrophobic environments, so I can appreciate the contrast and the change. Yeah, look at that room. That's a fancy room. There's positions for cultists too. Some nice verticality. Man, this... Are you... Please fucking snap. Yeah, look at that corridor. And yeah, this you can get a feel almost, I don't know, an upgrade to the previous level, right? Just in terms of enemy placement, right? Like this level has actually like actual spots like balconies, right, for enemies to kind of shoot you from. The previous level didn't feature anything like that. So that immediately feels like a work of more experienced level designer. But I don't know. Let's not get our hopes up. They even set up like a cover in some sandbags. Where did you get those in this facility? Okay, that's I'm not very sure. Okay, this is a way, and that's also another like a nice ventilation tunnel maybe that we haven't seen before. Oh my! Yeah, try to get me here, buddy. Yup, this time we got him. Chaos Gods didn't like that one. Nice. That felt good. Hitting everyone with one grenade. Darren. There are human leather sandbags filled with crushed bolts. oh. Okay, that was. I like your version much better. So okay, yeah. You know what? It's kind of funny how like the chaos, the cultists, so far they've been so like humble and timid with their like cruelty, like. I don't know. We haven't seen like a single like crucified person, right? We haven't seen like a single act of like actual atrocity committed against like innocents. Like the Imperium is them like the putting people into walls, looks far more cruel compared to the chaos. It's just so funny. Like if you think like, what cult is that? Cultists brought a beautiful fucking projector to project their fancy designed chaos logo. They put like a loaded image of their chaos symbol on the Mechanicus computer. They put these beautiful banners like exactly straight, so it's just so they would fit well with the environment. Yeah, like well, I don't know. It's so funny how like the chaos is just like for the most part it's very underwhelming. You know, the chaos faction is just so underwhelming. Like the Nurgle corruption looks like a puke. Not that impressive, even so I guess it feels the Nurgle theme, but it's just, you could do more than that. Like the only corruption, the good one, was the Zinch corruption, is like the portal corruption. Yeah. But that's pretty much it. This game is anti-imperialist propaganda. Yeah, pretty much it definitely feels like it. Oh man, the breadcrumbs. Yummy. Oh, what is that? This is new. I assume they hurt me. Yes, look at that. Look at this stuff. The lasers, the actual environmental hazards, traps, ambushes. Man, this is like, it's like we're playing a different game. I can't get inside. Are you fucking serious? Are you? God. Okay, this is not good. This is not good. That looks like I'm supposed to fit into it. Yeah, that's this is misleading. I'm kind of sad there were no occultists this time. Well, I'll say that I really like the puzzle, or not the puzzle, the laser thing that they added for this. Oh, now I can get behind the cultist lines. Got him in the secret, nice. But you know what? You should have just, I was willing to let this guy go, but he decided to come back for some reason. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I'm not sure what he was thinking about, buddy. You're like your first instinct was the correct one. Yeah, what I'm kind of sad about that you don't even have to jump, over them or like pass or like wait, and you can just literally just avoid this every single laser by going behind the pillar. That kind of trivializes the whole encounter a bit too much, I feel like. And I don't know, maybe they could kind of put more pressure in terms of enemies, like the Chaos Astartes maybe, and not just cultists, to make it more tense and exciting, to move through these. Yeah, but otherwise, really, really good. Definitely nice way, like, I'll say that. The Boltgun is definitely, to some extent, starts wearing me down. In a sense that it looks like we've got all the weapons, and it looks like we got all the enemies, right? So there is nothing new in terms of enemies or weapons for the like 5 levels, I think. And the levels, basically at this point, one of the way you can fresh things up is through interesting level, interesting level layout, or level specific things like environmental hazards, like that. So that's one way to go. And I'm kind of hoping this is not the last thing like that we'll see. Shoulders too broad, too wide. Yeah, I'm a real chonker. They need the pathways behind the pillars so that the cultists don't get hurt. They want to pay work compensation. Actually, there's another one, right? Oh, this one is empty. Yeah, disappointing. Wait, yeah, you can see the walls are actually kind of purplish, right? Yeah, the textures are actually just like even on their own they look kind of weird. Yeah. Do you have 8 guns? Oh, I see. I don't have the last one. I don't know what the last one. I guess there's like only 1 gun left. So that's something at least. I didn't kill it for something. I am going to die. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? How did it happen? Nibbled by a Nurgling. No! Why did you... Game! Why did you put me here? Why did you save me here? What is going on with this? That checkpoint is really bad. Yeah, thankfully I didn't progress that much. That was the example of maybe... Yeah, it's kind of awkward, right? They don't track, it looks like, any... Like the player's status, right? The health, the armor. Yeah, I don't know, that was such a weird checkpoint. They literally... The game saved, like, in the mid-air, right? As I was jumping. Man, that was such a weird autosave. I'm confused. Okay, and I missed the gate. There was a gate that I just somehow I completely didn't register. Okay, alright, we have our goal that we need to backtrack later. Let's speedrun. Yeah, I like how the Chaos Marines, like if you keep chainsawing them too long, they like at certain point they're like, that's enough, buddy. I had enough of this shit. All right, let's run. Yeah, and overall, just look at that. Look at that. Not just in terms of like contrast, right, of the sizes of spaces. Just look at the scale, right, of this room from the kind of like in comparison to like the previous level, right, when you have big open spaces, just completely wasted, right, in terms of the amount of enemies you have in those present in the spaces. And here, they're like the amount of enemies, like a pair, like a what do you call, per meter or whatever, like per spot, right, of this room. It's very dense. It feels very efficient, right? It doesn't feel like a single beat of corridor is wasted, right? This is like another reason why it feels like it was done by a more experienced level designer, because that feels like a very appropriate sized area for combat that is present here. All right. So this, like, I guess another thing that kind of gives away to me that was a work of a different level designer. Oh yeah, I forgot about you. Holy shit, that explosive barrel. I want to smoosh that explosive barrel. Actually, there are 2 explosive barrels. That explains it. Yes, eat that grenade. Okay, I was confused for a second why these Nurglings were just showing me their butts, but yeah, I guess they're just... I got trolled. That's the host person design by John Boltgun. Yes, the best level designer on the team. Hopefully he streams on Twitch. Man, imagine having a last name Boltgun. Actually, you know, I take it back. That sounds terrible. I didn't kill someone. It's okay. Yeah, I definitely should be more careful with... Oh yes, I was waiting for someone sneaky like you. Okay, yeah, the Terminator spotted me. Yeah, you are getting personally chainsawed by me. Oh yeah, even this room, I just... Okay, yeah, this is actually... I had the chance to spot that power up. So this is actually interesting. This is like the... I feel like it's almost the first power-up that you can see. You can like... There is a chance, a possibility of player noticing it, you know? Like before the combat. It's just I was too focused on the enemies. And I kind of glimpsed over it. Man, I really love this like a blood carpet moving effect, sort of Usain Boltgun. And again, it's just thinking about the use of space, right? This, when you look at this room, I don't necessarily like this encounter in particular. I feel like it's very easy. Again, the door problem is pretty strong with this one. It's very compelling and easy to just kind of like kill everyone one by one, like from the entrance. But you can see the theme, right? You can see the intention behind this room. You can see like, oh yes, so this is the area, and you have like enemies located on second floor, right, from different directions attacking you, and there's cover like in the middle. You can see the idea of the encounter, and you can see how like the layout is designed in support of that idea, right? Again, in comparison to the previous level where you have like big spaces that they had a bunch of enemies in them that kind of didn't work at all together that much. God, this contrast is so weird. Oh man, this yellow paint, just hurts me looking at it. I really need some medkits, man, and some armor. Okay, so I think this this is floor is lava, right? Kind of situation it looks like. Yeah, this is another thing. Look at that. This is actually like an elaboration on the chaos corruption, right? For the most part, for the most game, the chaos corruption was just a decorative thing. The best we've got was like all the portals that lead to the like warp dimension. That is pretty much it. But now we actually have this like this toxic pool, right, of Nurgle shit that actually hurts you. So this is like actually gameplay, like, you know, connected feature. And again, it's an environmental hazard. It's a unique situation for the player to overcome, you know? We haven't seen stuff like that before. So that's really cool. Man, you know, I feel like I am falling slowly in love with whoever designed this. I'm just like, I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to say that, like, in comparison to the previous map. The next question is, where am I supposed to jump? Here? I'll save. Oh, yes. What is happening here? What is... It's like a hand... Yeah, I'm not sure. That's some chaos trickery. Oh no! Oh no! No! That was some powers of okay. That was some actual monk ass moment. That's how they get you. Oh my God. That was some actual arm distraction. And that worked. That actually worked. Man, this... Oh, I can see. I understand why they checkpoint, like the save checkpoint here. So this is the trigger because... Okay, this is not good. This is actually bad. Because, yeah, sure, you give the player an audio hint that like the floor, not for the ceiling starts collapsing on them. But man, this is... I can imagine easily how like a lot of players, they just don't notice it at all, right? Like the players don't look up kind of situation. God, that's a lot of Nurglings! The fucking Plague Toad? Wow, that's... yeah, okay, that was... Wow, that was really scary, actually. Have you spotted a single medkit in this room? Because I didn't. Oh man, this is so bad. Okay, alright. There are a lot of things that I love about this area, and there are a lot of things that I don't love about this area. The first thing that I love is the fact that it's very easy for the player to like skip the fact that the floor, like the ceiling is collapsing on them the moment they jump down. And the second one is, it looks like if you fall into this pit on low health, you're fucked. You're literally fucked. You're guaranteed to get fucked, basically. Because there are Nurglings on your way, there are Plague Toads, and you actually have to step into the lava, like the toxic pool, in order to progress. And you're forced to take damage. And that is... Yeah, I'm not sure I don't like that. Oh, that's funny. Oh, the blood got warped. Yeah, that was not good at all. Like, but apart from that was pretty cool sequence. That's like what I was talking before. How this is a nice way to fresh things up, just like by using level-specific scenarios. In that case, it was a lava pool and the falling ceiling, right, on the player. Honestly, actually, I feel like they overdone it, because the toxic pool was a fresh mechanic on its own. That the kind of that I feel like they did too much. They overloaded the player to some extent by introducing two new challenges at the same time, and one of the challenges being very, you know, time specific, very like timer based and intense one, right? So you're giving the player this whole toxin thing to kind of adapt to, and then you even put them in the pressure of like trying to run it through the maze. The floor collapses to them. But anyway, pretty good stuff. Yeah, also yeah, I feel like you can just basically get soft lock. Yes, that's a good point. The toxic floor makes the player look. Yeah, it is attracts players' attention, right? Because you're constantly you're looking at the floor trying to find a spot, right, where to jump to, where the safe like island is. Yeah, that's a good point. That's also a good point. How like basically one element of this encounter, right, contradicts another element, right? They're basically like kind of there's a tension between them. So that's a good one. Yeah. I wonder what happened if you missed the key, if you just went through the portal. Wasn't the... I think the key was in front of the portal, right? I want to... Actually, you know... Oh, it's... I'm kind of curious. I kind of want to check it up. Let's see how... I think the key was in front of the portal, right? So it kind of... It is kind of hard to mess it up, but... I'm kind of curious to see how it looks like. Can I access this area now? Yeah, it's hard to miss it. Yeah, I think you... Like, the chances of the player missing it are small. Man, this is so sad because I started loving this. I really want to love that levels a lot, but yeah, there are things that are very hard to excuse. Yeah, let's check it out. I'm actually curious. Is it going to collapse on me again? Nope. Only one time. No, it does! Really? Oh man, just look at that. It's... You can get lost easily here. And there are no medkits! Yeah, you could... I mean, you could soft lock yourself if you just jumped into this place with having like a low health. Man, this is... Yeah, basically, like, I guess you can summarize it as a good idea, but very, very awkward and flawed execution. And ultimately, those two like segments, the collapsing ceiling and the toxic floor, they probably should be separated, you know. And ultimately, it would benefit the game, the separation too, right? Since instead of one unique sequence, you have two unique sequences. So yeah, that's just sad. A bit of a sad moment. Yeah, but I definitely appreciate how we like get teleported literally to the beginning, right on the level and right in front of the door, so we don't have to backtrack. So that's nice. I appreciate it. Does the toxic floor actually hurt you? You didn't take it. I think it hurts you, but it's very slow. So I guess you can, if you're fast enough, you can run like to the safe spot without taking any damage. But the enemies make it really hard, right? The enemies that are present make it almost impossible for you to escape any damage, I feel like. Like, the problem with Norglings in this scenario is that they're actually kind of accurate with their projectiles compared to the dummy, aspiring champion. These guys really are not shy about, shooting at you and throwing stuff. Man, there's literally, I don't know, what is this? There's like a bunch of skulls and bodies under this giant cog. I don't understand what the purpose of it. What is happening? Is it like the ceiling got bugged or something? That makes me a little bit anxious. This unending sound in the background. Ah, man, yummy breadcrumbs never gets old. Wow, that's pretty cool reveal. I'll give you that. Yeah, this is how you reveal your Vista, to the player. Damn, this is great. Holy shit, like the scale. And again, very good contrast, right? To the previous like claustrophobic corridor area, to make the impression even stronger. Good stuff. And I am happy to see finally like the cathedral biome as opposed to like industrial biome. I definitely needed some church aesthetics. I feel like Noglings shouldn't be so tough. They seem like they would be fodder enemies. I know that in the lore they're super hard to kill. Yeah, it is kind of, they're very, what do you call them? The first impression they give you is very just deceiving, right? Because it's very easy to kill them, sure, and they look like trivial enemies, like cultists. But if you just don't pay attention to them, they can swarm you very quickly, and it's not easy to just shoot them down because they keep jumping, right? They have traversal capabilities. Okay, let's explore that. Yes, that feels like chaos, right? This archive. Oh my, that's. Oh, I'm supposed to jump down here? Okay, this is cool stuff. This is really cool stuff. Like, man, oh man, and am I? Thank you for the air control, for the very generous air control. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's happening here. Is this cathedral that was built by Mechanicus? Yeah, I don't think I moved through any portals, right? Through any. My God, I didn't mean to explode that barrel. Is it floating? I think it's just on a very long fucking pillar. Yeah, you can see actually that, yeah, it stands on the column that goes way below. It is kind of interesting because Mechanicus are not very. I mean, I guess the cathedral aesthetics fit them too, right? They're also quite religious fellow. Oh, the Terminator. All right, again, you can see how we're back. Just for a brief second, we experienced this vast cathedral, right, space. And now we're back in more narrow claustrophobic environments when it comes to to encounters, right? Again, it feels very efficient, right? The scale spaces, very tight, very tense, like series of encounters. Man, now that I know that I actually pay attention to these slopes, to these like fake stair slopes, it's just, it's so funny. Yeah, it's so interesting, right? Like those examples of very raw slopes that we saw like in the last level. In terms of work, it's just you slap a texture and that's it, right? On the mesh, and that's pretty much it. So it's so just, it's really puzzling why they didn't like put that this staircase texture on those ramps, and just yeah, I don't know, it's so weird. I thought the cathedrals were more of an Imperium thing, like the Sororitas or the Inquisition. Yeah, that's also kind of the impression that I have, right? That in Mechanicus there are more about industries, right? About factories, the Forge Worlds, but I guess it ultimately kind of makes sense since they have their own religion, right? They worship the Om Messiah and stuff like that. They're very religious overall. So I guess it kind of makes... Holy shit. A purple jump. Why is it purple? Wait a second. Why is it purple? I have an ultramarine. Game. No! Oh! Oh shit! I almost missed. Oh, okay. Okay. No, I am. Am I? Yes, I'm saved. Okay, that was very weird. I am not sure why that jump pack was purple. A bit of a confusing color choice for ultramarine. I mean, it's just confusing why there's a jump pack, but whatever. You can pretend it's okay. Ah, double kill. Oh no. Man, plasma rifle is so good to use. Huh? Wait a second. This one didn't resurrect. Oh, this is weird. So I guess they have a chance of actually not resurrecting? Cathedral seems like they would be considered inefficient. The Legion of Mechanicus is more about the ritual crafting and maintenance, and less about just worship for the sake of worship. This from what I know. I'm not an expert. I mean, I don't know, this particular place, I guess it just overall kind of feels... it doesn't feel Mechanicus enough, I would say. It's just... kind of just feels like your generic Imperium, like, cathedral environments. Okay, so this is... oh my god, this is actually... this is so disappointing. The fact that like the jump pack is just like a glorified jump pad, basically, right? It's not. Yeah, this is. Oh man, this is so sad. Why would you? You know what? Why would you even put jump pack model up here? Just remove jump pack model and leave the whole just jump pad. Make it a normal jump pad. Why would you fucking confuse players like that? There's actual, yeah, I don't know. That's a really weird choice for the visual representation of this mechanic. Nah. Yeah, so because if you look at this, right? Nothing about this screams to you Mechanicus, right? If you think about the Mechanicus, well, I guess there's a cog on the left. But they're kind of obscured because it definitely would be more industrial, right? It would be more industrial and had more cogs and more skulls in cogs. So I think this is my problem with it. That it is just, it doesn't feel Mechanicus enough to me. Especially this is a central element, right, of this composition. This red, a stained rose, whatever it's called. Not making it into a symbol of a cog and a skull is just such a waste opportunity. I am. If they added a few more gears, I would think it was Mechanicus. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That is just, it doesn't feel Mechanicus enough, right? It's just, I guess the problem is not that it is considerable, but rather it's just, it feels like a normal Imperium, like a generic Imperium considerable. Man, these jump packs. Alright, that was a nice little circle of chaos Astartes bullying. I like that. I like that this tower is different in its structure to others. The jump pack definitely seems more like a power-up, especially because it's floating. Yeah, it's just... yeah, I don't know, it's more confusing, the way they did this. Since, in First Space Marine, when you find the jump pack, right? It is an actual jump pack. You use it as a jump pack. Your traversal basically gets affected drastically. There's a permanent thing. Well, not permanent, temporal, but and in this case, the kind of, I don't know, it's just very counterintuitive way to represent the jump pad mechanic, I think. I like how the Chaos Marine armor contrasts the Ultramarine armor. They have similar golden trimming. Yeah, I guess. I mean, the Black Legion, they're kind of overall considered the main sort of the baddies, right? The mainstream bodies when it comes to Chaos Astartes, right? The Abaddon thing, the Crusades. And I mean, their color palette is pretty good overall. Oh, another champion. No. Oof. That's, you see, this guy, I didn't actually shoot him in time. I think he died on his own. Man, Chaos Gods are very stingy. They're really they're really not feeling it's time to give any blessings this time. I don't know, it's so, I kind of like it actually. I like how it's a bit random if the aspiring champion will become a chosen one. There is some nice feeling of, I don't know, satisfaction if every chosen, not the chosen, the aspiring one dies. It doesn't get resurrected, get fucked by Chaos Gods or something. Moment. Man, how these people traverse this area like a normal Mechanicus? Do they use like some aircraft? Like, how do you navigate this stuff? Oh, I could choose left or right tower. Okay. Oh, we can kind of explore like the left side of the cathedral looks like. I mean, I'm a bit annoyed by the way jump pads visualized in this game, but I'll say that again. It's just man, this level keeps delivering and delivering upon creating like and providing unique, you know, again situations for the player, right? The laser traps, the toxic pool with the ceiling, now this giant like vast cathedral that you navigate through using jump pads. It's just like, oh boy, I kind of hope that they keep delivering on this like new and unique scenarios in the next levels too, because there are a lot of levels to come. There are like 8 levels I think in the next chapter. Oh, oh no, no. No! No. Oh wait, it's the same. This guy just ran into the opposite direction, and then for a second I saw there were like 2 aspiring champions instead of 1. Oh man, he really mind fucked me. Man, that was smart. That was really smart on his side. No! I was waiting for that explosive barrel. Yes. That was calculated, planned, deliberate. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That like the underneath of jump pack, it just jump pad. You literally could remove the jump pack and it would look like a normal jump pad for the player. I mean, to this like to players who know, who like have experience of jump pads in video games. Which is, I guess, not that many, maybe you can say, since just jump pads are not a very common mechanic in the modern AAA shooters or whatever. It's more like a retro shooter thing, right? But still. You assume that the main audience for this game is experienced retro shooters players. Oh man, there are... No! Oh man, I don't know. Did I hit him in time? Man, it's like it's 3 champions in the row that I feel like I missed the timing of resurrection. And they still didn't resurrect somehow. I kind of want... Yeah, let's give some justice to Boltgun. I feel like I haven't used it in a while. Man, the Boltgun is so satisfying to use. Just like the visual effects, the sound, the amount of damage. Yeah, just look at that. Ah. Two hits, 2 shots, and the honker is down. No, not the honker, the chonker. I don't know. That's the honker kind of sounds nice too. There's another Terminator. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Sorry for missing 1 shot. There are jump pads in Doom Eternal. Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah, you're right. There are jump pads in Doom Eternal, and I guess in Ultrakill 2. I haven't played that one. Maybe one day eventually. So yeah, okay, so yeah, you can reasonably expect for players to know what jump heads are, and even if they don't know, they will learn very quickly. So yeah, man, it's like a yellow paint, you know, situation where it's so unnecessary and it just makes things worse, you know, in some sense. Ultra kill is so fun. Yeah, I am waiting for it to finally, you know, get out of this like early access phase. Okay, the Emperor protects. This is all you have to say? Lambert, please. You can provide more thoughtful commentary. Alright, that was nice section. Nice area. And I guess it is time for the final arena. I assume we will fight the sorcerer again. Yeah, that looks like a combat. Okay, let's kill the main threats. Let's clear the bridge. I kinda like how this arena is not that big actually compared to the ones that we had before. Where are you? Oh no, not the wrong, not the Noglings. The Norglings. Is it a drone? Oh, it is a drone. Okay. Oh man, more enemies. I'm kinda tense how I don't have armor against the. I guess I should be. Yeah, I don't see where the sorcerer is. Okay, I think I know. Okay, no, he teleported again. Oh, that's a bit confusing. Yeah, this arena is definitely. Oh man, oh man. Oof, yeah, this one probably would resurrect if I didn't kill him in time. I chainsawed the corpse. Okay, you can kind of hear him make a noise. Okay, I am really low on health. And that's not a good time to use plasma weapon. Oh boy, I really wish I could have some medkits. Yeah, this will hit me, I think. Whew. Uh, okay, I actually have some melter gun. Yeah, that was hopefully worth it. I think so. Oh! Yeah, let's save on... Could have dodged it. Definitely could have done. Oh, more armor. Yeah, that's one of the challenges of this arena is to actually find the boss. How did I... Are you... Ah, okay. Maybe the vengeance launcher would be... God. Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, the problem is... The problem is him like teleporting out of your line of sight like in some different part of the arena is that when you're on low health, he can just snipe you. Like one-shot you and... Like, yeah, this laser attack is goddamn. It's really hard to react to. Also, this is like a smart teleportation movement on his... Ah, that's... Okay, where are you? Where you disappear? Man, this laser... the Crucible Blade... I wish I had the Crucible Blade. Use a nuke launcher. Yeah, that's... Is there an animation for the laser attack? It looks like it just comes... Yes, that's like the problem. That makes it very... very annoying to handle. Because he gives you almost no warning. Like every other attack, right? You can see him, like... Actually, there's like a symbol appears on his head. But with the laser... Oh man, come on! Where are you? Of course he did, of course he ran away. Oh damn, that's a nice animation. Alright, that was the final chapter. Not the final chapter, that was the final level of the second chapter. Sounds like you problem. Yeah, that's the minigun. It's very cute, like the little pistol minigun. Pistol Boltgun. Yeah, that was the end. That was the end of second chapter, and we... it is funny how the Boltgun story, like, in many ways just repeats the Space Marine story. Like, we are back to this artifact from the first Space Marine, opening the portal, like opening the warp reef for chaos to invade, you know, the planet and the system. It's again the same thing that happened in first Space Marine. So it's like the history repeats itself, and in this funny, or you can argue lazy way. But anyway, we're back to our ships, I guess. Ship. Smelting decks. You made it on board in the Crown's main station. You pity you could not see it in better condition. Fight your way up to the smelting chambers and purify them with demonic presence. Yeah, well, yeah, I think I'll add the stream today. That's been 3 hours already. A bit of a shame that I managed to finish only 2 levels. And we have 8 levels ahead of us. Remember me telling you that maybe there will be like 2 more streams of Boltgun? Yeah, I'm not really sure anymore. But anyway, yeah, the last level was, despite the fact that it has like some quiet, visible flaws, in my opinion, in execution of the things that it did, it was really good. Like, again, in terms of its scale of the environments, right? In terms of providing a new situations for the player that are like level specific situations. And it was great. It was like, again, it felt like it was done by a very different level designer of a very different experience. But that was kind of like, I guess in a way it was a nice juxtaposition of 2 levels, like and level that was, you can argue, right? You can speculate with some certainty that it was done by an amateurish level designer, or at least it was scripted by an amateurish level designer. A junior level designer maybe. And the second one was done by like a more specialist, more like experienced designer. So yeah, that was kind of nice comparison in a sense that happened. Warp on Ultramarines and guns and stuff. That's Warhammer. Yeah, pretty much it. And I am more than fine with that. Does the Boltgun's bullets actually explode inside the enemy like they're supposed to? I don't know if this is the case for this game. Probably not. I don't think they went that far in in emulating the actual power of Boltguns. It feels, I'll say that the Boltguns definitely feel like Boltguns in this game. That's like I think more or less universal consensus from the community that I've seen. Only carved the last half of the stream, but it was fun to be here. Yeah, thank you, Oops, for stopping by. Yeah. So next stream will be on Saturday. Yeah, I'm kind of slowly moving to the 2 streams a week kind of grind. We'll continue the Boltgun. Hopefully I'll be able to finish more than 2 levels next time. Yeah, but apart from that, thanks anyone who stopped by, anyone who watched the VOD, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Have a good rest of your day, night. Bye bye.